So I've been doing things like advanced tuck planches because that has your back in a much better position. So I'm doing like advanced tucks to like L-sits and doing that for reps. And it's like an excuse to do some skill training but still call it strength. So we'll keep that between us. Yo, what's going on guys? Rhys here from More Than Lifting with the More Than Lifting podcast. Conversations about calisthenics, bodyweight training, gymnastics, all that good stuff. I'm Rhys, a personal trainer from the UK and founder of morethanlifting.com, and in this episode we're going to be talking about starting a strength cycle, the structure of a strength cycle, and we're going to have an example workout of what I'm actually doing to hit my goals. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And so if you've been keeping up with the last couple of episodes, then you know, like, since recovering, I'm really focusing on a couple of skills. Like I've got under a bit of pressure to get some training in order to hit these skills by the end of the year for the 100 push-up challenge. And they're planche push-ups and 90-degree push-ups. So that's the situation. I'm a little bit out of shape, but that's what the kind of goal is at the minute. And if you know the kind of structure and how we kind of work with our training, then you'll know that strength cycles and skill cycles kind of happen. We've got to do a strength cycle first to get stronger, to then tackle the skills afterwards. So it doesn't matter how little time that I have available to me, I've got to focus on the strength stuff first to get back into a better shape so that I can then tackle the skills. That's it, basically. But how do we structure skill cycles? Like, what does that actually entail? Generally, we kind of split the skills and the strength because the skills are more like controlling your strength and your muscles and your body in different positions. These are like the power moves, like levers and planches and stuff like that. That handstands, L-sits, they're all like skills. Whereas movement-based, like dynamic stuff, like the basic kind of movement patterns, you push and you pull exercises and stuff like that, are all generally like strength stuff. It's more the stuff that you do as reps rather than stuff you do as holds. And that's kind of a way you can look at it just as a general thing. But basically what I'm talking about is like pulls and dips and like push exercises and pull exercises, core stuff like leg raises and stuff like that. Mostly dynamic stuff, big compound movements, like your typical kind of calisthenic strength movements, you know. And this can be loads of variations, but the main focus is not the skills, it's the strength stuff, it's the reps, it's the like hypertrophy, it's the kind of 3 sets of 10 kind of situation. So that's how that works, and the idea is that you use that to build a strength, and then afterwards you kind of have your little deload, which is a couple of days off, basically work on your mobility to help you recover a little bit, and then focus on the skills. So starting the strength cycle then. So I'm actually like a bit into it now, but really what's happened so far is I've been building back up to getting into training every day, because you can't just dive straight in from like nothing or very little to training every day. You're likely to injure yourself. It's like it causes problems for you, and it's just like, it's not you can't expect that of someone, especially like you can't expect that of yourself. So you have to work towards that. You can't just dive in from nothing. It's asking for trouble. So I've been building that up gently, like over the last couple of weeks, training more and more, and now kind of at that point where I can be like daily stuff, working it hard, and that's it. So the structure of this workout then that I've generally been doing, because like with your strength cycle, you don't have to be doing strength training every day. You can be doing like your mobility stuff. I can still work on the skills, I have been, but the main focus is working the strength. So at least like 3-4 times a week, like my training is this strength stuff. Really, I want to be doing more. Really, I want to be doing at least kind of the pulls, the dips, and the leg raises like every week, every day, to keep that, because that's the focus. And then if I want to do other stuff on the side, like my mobility, like skill stuff or whatever, like that comes afterwards, because the focus comes first, and then we worry about the other stuff. So we normally do trisets. Yeah, if you listen to a couple of episodes back, I was talking about supersets and trisets, and normally that's how I train. But because of how my home training kind of situation is set up, I can't really, it's just awkward running up and down the stairs doing one thing and run downstairs doing another thing, and like you're limited in space and stuff like that. And so you have to change the flow of everything to suit the situation. You can't always do what you have. What you want to do, you got to do what you can and kind of be adaptable. So I still stick with those 3 exercises, but instead of doing one, then the other as a triset. I've been doing all my pulls together, so I'll do the 3 sets of 10 with the pulls, and then because that's just on my door frame pull-up bar, and I'll worry about that. And then because my main goals are push goals, I'll come downstairs where my dipping bars are, where I can do my kind of handstands and stuff like that and not be in the way of everything and or hurt myself. And then I can do all that stuff, yeah. So it means that it is kind of separated, and I'm doing more of a typical kind of weight training style thing where you do just one exercise at a time, you know, and do all that, and then you do all the next one, you do all the next one. But, you know, that's okay. It's not really a big issue. There's no problem with it. That's just how it has to work. So you just work with what you got. So dips are important, obviously, big kind of compound exercise. So they're your general push exercise when you're doing the pull-ups, when you're at that kind of level. And dips are great, but really I want to be working on like handstand push-ups for that 90 degree for the handstand push-ups, and I want to be working on planche push-ups in some way because I want to be doing those planche push-ups. So instead of just doing dips all the time, what I do is swap out exercises for other ones. So we go, instead of doing that, we got that template, that triset, the foundation triset as our template for our strength training. And then we just swap out the dips for a different variation, or in this case, we just swap out for a different exercise. And we're doing like tuck planche push-ups, and we're doing handstand push-ups, and we're doing, that's about it really, I guess. Then we're doing some dips, or the other way around. Like, it depends how I'm feeling or what. Like, I might separate it, might do some other variations, but that's basically it. It's like those three. Instead of just doing the same one every time, I kind of do those three. Generally start with the handstands and do the tuck planche, but really I should be doing them the other way around, just because I should. And then I'll do like tuck raises or something like that. So I haven't had to, but just to make things easier, I've split the triset. So instead of working in a triset at the minute, I'm just working as one exercise, do my 3 sets, next exercise, do my 3 sets, and then the last one, do my 3 sets. And it's all right, like, I don't have a problem with it. And that's how it works. So that's like the minimum kind of viable thing at the minute. As for other stuff, then I'll do like some some little like finishers, some leg stuff, which I've been doing a lot of. I've been working a lot on just fixing the movement pattern with my legs, like with my squats, with my pistols and stuff, because it's easy to get into bad habits with those kind of exercises, because and when you do, then there's big trouble because you've got a lot of weight on just like one leg, especially with my ACL. Like, my knee tends to be a little bit unstable anyway, so it's better to work, instead of pushing it with the strength, it's better to work, fix that movement pattern, strengthen up everything together, work on the stamina, the endurance, you know, and then worry about strength afterwards because there's no rush to work on my strength in my pistol squats or anything. Like, I don't need to worry about that. So I've been doing like assisted ones, just like higher rep counts, and yeah, that's about it. So that tends to be what my workout looks like. I might do some finishers, might do some like pseudo planche push-ups or whatever. I might do some like little some extra raises, some flutter kicks, like some side plank raises or some front bridges or something like that. But the main focus, that strength stuff, front loading always, of course. Doing my pulls, my push exercises, and then my core. So that's it really, guys. Otherwise, in terms of like aligning this strength cycle with my goals, you've already heard, obviously, switching out those exercises in my dips, but I'm also doing things like my elbow lever isometrics for the 90 degree push-ups and working on those planche progressions as well, because fixing up my form in the planche and getting that back, like, I've already made like a load of progress from my straddle, but really I just want to focus on getting a nice straight planche for the push-ups, because like, why mess around with it? So I've been changing those as well into like dynamic exercises as like an excuse to do them. So I've been doing things like advanced tuck planches, because that has your back in a much better position. So I'm doing like advanced tucks to like L-sits and doing that for reps and stuff like that. That is like an excuse to do some skill training, but still call it strength. So we'll keep that between us. But yeah, guys, that is it really. A little insight into how that training is structured, strength cycles, and give it a try yourself if that's what your focus is at the minute. If you're looking to learn some skills and you need to get stronger, then think of how you can change around that template, that strength template, the foundation triset, and yeah, align that with your goals, align that with your strength cycle, with your skills that you're trying to work, and fit in some progressions, fit in some dynamic stuff, and kind of take it from there. And that's how you use templates to make your own workouts and make your achieve your own goals. That's how you apply it to your own goals. All right, so yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. If you like what you heard, as always, go to morethanlifting.com, give us a like, subscribe, share us with your mates, training partners, and if you want to reach out to me for anything, it's at More Than Lifting everywhere. Best place is Instagram. Just give me a DM, we can have a chat. The beta is still open. We had all kinds of trouble with firewalls and bloody all sorts. As you know, I'm not really a crazy tech guy. I tend to fuck things up like this, but it is what it is. That's going to be open for a couple more days just because of all the fuck-ups that have happened. So if you want to go over there, go to morethanlifting.com/beta. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next episode in a couple of days. And as always, keep in touch with yourselves, and I'll see you then.